It feels like in most situations, you'd be like, oh, this is cool. We want, as an underdog story, we'd be happy for Cloud9 to get a really competitive match. They're on the CT side, that's great. But Team Liquid are as deadly on the T side, James. They might not even allow Cloud9 to have a chance. We really need to see Cloud9 winning the first 3 rounds, that pistol, and just getting an economy going, because that has been a consistent issue against the likes of Team Liquid. There's no wonder why, but here we go. Liquid on that T side. They've got loads of utility there on Nitro and Elige. Well, actually, we have a P250.
We got a P250, Dan.
Are you happy, James?
It exists. We've got a 5-7 for Kusta, which is always good to see. In a position where you might get rushed, like apartments, if there's a balcony burst of smoke, and a 5-7 or a CZ75 can be very useful. So he is ready for the numbers game. And there is a huddle towards the A-bomb site. So he may get some action there. Liquid trying to get some information cheaply, jumping, trying to avoid getting a headshot. That's why I see so much jumping in pistol rounds, just trying to avoid getting those one shots. There's a smoke lined up towards the library position. There will be no balcony burst, but where does that smoke go from Kusta? He's still holding on to it now. He's deployed it, but maybe too late because Liquid are already on the bomb site.
Yeah, he's looking to burst through the balcony, but will the timing work out? Kusta will announce his position with a 5-7, only gets one though. Needed the second one, surely, as the one will go down, which would have been a short thing, but it's 3 versus 4 for Cloud9. They would really have loved an even situation on the numbers. It's hard enough as it is trying to burst back into the site for a retake without any utility except a single flashbang. There is at least a kit on Daps, so that will create some extra time to get that defuse, but the positioning here from from Team Liquid is pretty optimal. 2 on the side, 2 in pit. Cloud9 needs some remarkable shots. There comes some harassment from Library there from Daps, but they need to push in. It looks like they were actually going to save the kit.
Yeah, there is some value to be had in that again in the next rounds. So kit's more valuable than 1 frag in the pistol round, so you might as well hold on to it. And you never know. I like to see a defuse kit in an eco round. So we'll see what can be done. But Team Liquid get off to the start they were looking for. Cloud able to react before Liquid could get onto the site. Abusing the numbers on the T side, that's one of the main aims of the game when you are a T, one of the best tools you have.
I have to say, though, actually, one of the reasons I do like that decision to fall back is because you can see that they actually baited Team Liquid to give them better jewels, and now they know they're going to be force buying in the second round anyway, so there's extra $300 they could make from the kills, extra nades here, which are extremely valuable in a situation like this.
3 to set up at the beginning from Cloud9. Now, what are their intentions? They will look to use these smoke grenades. Tens is lurking with the Desert Eagle. And once you, I think at this point already, that's a nice shot through the wall. Once you hear Tens, once you hear a Deagle rather, you kind of know it's Tens now on Cloud9. After 1 day of Counter-Strike, he's kind of put his signature on the team already with that pistol.
That's the thing, though, too, James, because does that add pressure, right? You know, Tens is playing the tournament with no expectation. Now he knows every time he picks up a Deagle, people, you know, in himself as well, are expecting Deagle highlights for him to have big impacts. We get to start to see how he is at handling pressure in the game. And
yeah, seeing your name on YouTube and Twitter, kind of weird at first for some. So Liquid have got a good presence towards both sides of the map. Again, we've got a denial of information. There's no one top mid for Cloud9, which makes it hard for them to use those smoke grenades, for example. There is one deployed towards Library once again by Team Liquid, and that might invite Cloud9 to dump some of their utility. But they're still being patient. They're holding on to 2 smoke grenades for now. One of those is towards B, and one of those is with Tens in that short position. We've got Liquid looking towards long. Mixwell's just jiggling, having a look. Got smokes down on Arch and Library. Is there a flash for him? There is. Beautiful stuff. The transfer from Mixwell sees a third player, does some damage, but it's only 20 seconds, and Liquid are yet to breach the bomb site.
there is a player in the pit position, and he's gone. Tens goes down immediately, but Kusta close with the Mag 7, trying to do what he can for optimal engagements, and it is brilliant for Cloud9. They have done such a good job, and it all started with that beautifully timed flashbang into the arch position. And the fact that Mixwell kills that first player almost instantaneously, who's further away with the MP9, is so ideal. And I mean, we're going to see the replay here. He kills Twist so quickly with the MP9. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great work from Kusta to stay in those close ranges as well.
It was pretty good from, I mean, Mixwell got a lot of information. Team Liquid kind of telegraphed their intentions on that arch area with the 2 smokes going down. They've basically smoked themselves up from that position. So if there is a flash for Mixwell, then he's in a great position to do something, but he had the right weapon for the job as well. And here we are, 1-1. Early issues for Team Liquid. And will they be able to turn things around now with these pistols? A pop flash, but they won't catch anybody. Cloud9 already around the corner.
And you might think, why would Stewie waste a smoke there, a deep smoke on Banana, and so on and so forth. But to keep that presence up on Banana, it means that Cloud9 have to guess, okay, maybe there's loads of players here. We have to invest more utility if we're going to push this position. And instead, they decide to actually fall back. So that one smoke from Stewie actually did a huge amount for Team Liquid, because given what they're working with on this T side, they want to get the numbers in somewhere. And there's a lot of harassment here towards this B side. Now, Cloud9 know they're up against pistols. It's unlikely they'll go for an information play. And the question is really for Team Liquid, how they predict the rotations to be. Will it be a 2-3 setup? Will Cloud9 respond by just keeping it very passive, as normally you do against pistols? Or will they try to stack towards the B-bomb site because they're feeling so much pressure?
This constant pressure from Elijah is keeping Mixwell in that well position. There's no eyes towards Arch, so he is wondering about that. And his job is partly going to be to dealing with the wrap. The bomb has been left to be collected by Twist as they start to move in. Mixwell's flashback might not come fast enough. In fact, it won't. He's got his rifle out. And automatic, how on earth has he lost that one? That is unreal. Nitro with a free kill. Mixwell has to look towards the B bomb side. There's that wrap, but there is a flank from Kusta. It seems there may be more disaster to be had early here on Inferno, as it is a 2 versus 3 in favor of Liquid.
And they really have to go for this at this point. Cloud9 don't have any money if they lose this round, really. 2 players are 2K, that's about it. And this is a bunch of players with no Kevlar to worry about as well. So Tense will go in, a 2-man setup, we'll deal with him. And now maybe Kusta has to just give this one up. It's, at this point, impossible.
He's got a frag. He's got a frag. Even if they can't win the round, he's got to take the players out so they don't take rifles into the next round. He's got to make it weaker for them. You can't give things up for free. He can't cross for free either, but he is far enough away from the bomb site. But as he's facing, he pulled something out.
Yeah.
Instead of keeping his gun out, you're facing the site. You've got to keep your gun out there. I think he was going to pull his knife out, I assume, but you're facing the site.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, look, of course, Liquid knew exactly what he was up to as well. As you had described, they knew the objective, his objective. They knew that he would be sitting there, so it looked like Liquid were even more prepared for that. And that's very, it's a sad sight to see that Cloud9 give that one up in that fashion. We talked about how you don't need to make an information play against the pistols. You need to force them into position, and it seemed like Cloud9 were going for that information. A 1v1 against the Deagle is where things really started to go wrong. And we'll have to see if they can do something off of the back of the 5-7 and the Deagle that they're carrying into this round, or the 2 Deagles, I should say. As Daps will be the one in the apartments this time for Cloud9. And there's more of a presence towards the A side of the map. Automatic solely tasked with a Deagle and the defense of B.
One well-placed rifle and a flashbang could have been a lot for Cloud9 in this round, but Kusa did hold the angle for so long that probably assumed that they had already left the site to try and hold on to those rifles, which he was trying to presumably take away from them. So unfortunate timing for him to pull the knife out, but such is life. Back and forth we go, but I think it's really going to be hard for Cloud9 to have an impact in a round such as this. Automatic taking pot shots from the coffins, and Stewie is here to try and punish again. That is the bomb site solidly taken. Now, these CTs know the angles through that stained glass window, but they will have less success. Stewie trying to punish the reload of one player, but there are 3 players there, and he may have given them a chance.
Yeah, it's very much a similar situation to the previous round, whereby maybe they're thinking about trying to get some kills here, trying to prevent them from leaving the bomb side, keeping the pressure up, because they don't have a kit, so they don't really have time to go for a defuse here, but they can make this one hurt at the very least. And as they try to do so, they'll be somewhat successful at 1 versus 3 for Daps here, but is he going to be able to find anything at all as he moves forwards? He might try to go for a quick flank here. Indeed, will he find someone on this long channel? Looks like he'll actually just stay alive instead. He does have the MP9, and the MP9 is absolutely worth saving. Adren, the man in the back for Team Liquid, who's helped to bring them so much success since the departure of Zeus in the coaching role.
So I'm looking to see the next buy for Cloud9, and again, if they can defend. That is the question for me, based on what we've seen already on Inferno this weekend. If they can make a change overnight, quite literally, against the best team in the world. Not asking too much of them, of course. Now we'll see what Daps can do with this MP9. He's picked up an incendiary, and there will be a little purchasing here and there from Cloud9. Their loss bonus is not great, it's middling at the moment, so they can't spend too much, because they won't get too much at the end of this round should they lose it, which they probably will. A 5-7, and Daps has thrown his MP9 to Automatic, who's got full grenades. So it seems there will be some investment into this. we'll see what plan that Automatic has. I'm sure he'll be looking to buy some time with this. All right, 3-1 for Liquid.
And I mean, they're so consistent at converting these rounds where they have these advantages. So I'd be curious to see how Cloud9 would find some advantages of their own in the rounds such as this. We have a typical 2-3 split for Cloud9 between B and A. And you can see TenZ there with a slide off angle up towards middle. And he will be denied anything by that smoke grenade towards Middle East, but of course Boiler will eventually... Well, actually, it's not a guarantee in rounds like this that Boiler's going to be pushed just because the T side, and if they, they don't have to run a default. They know they're up against pistols. The apartments can carry a lot of danger due to that fact. Sometimes teams stack the apartments with those pistols as they perform so well in the close ranges, but see, this looks somewhat like a gun round for Cloud9. They're just kind of playing passively. They're falling back a bit. They're taking a gamble in cheating a player away from B towards A. Makes a lot of sense at this point. They can't really go for information. They don't have the utility, so they just have to make a guess.
Looking for a response. Only 2 of the 3 players here towards B bomb site, but the bomb is on the way. As Automatic gets taken down towards the A site, it seems the bomb will continue towards B, so great presence from Liquid. Not going to get too excited over 1 frag with 4 players alive. Still identifying the situation. Daps shows some presence, but it's too late to try and cause a rotation. Cloud9 deciding what to do now. Do they run to their doom towards the B bomb site, or do they post up for some potential exit frags? Kusta caught creeping into second mid. He'll be looked for by Nitro, but he's got himself good cover in the ditch. Daps and Mixwell just hiding on A, so they don't want to give them too much free money, Liquid.
And also they have 3 Kevlars, which they can absolutely save. Kusa just died. He was the only player without Kevlar. He had the MP9 though, but that's okay. Now if Daps, Mixwell, and TenZ can keep themselves alive, that'd be great. Of course, there's an opportunity with the spread that they have as well that maybe one of them finds a kill. TenZ in particular, you can see with the Deagle there, very deadly with that weapon. The one shot is all that's required, as we've seen time and again, but they will not be moving towards his position. So there is the end of the round, and you can see the discipline from Team Liquid. They're very calculated in how they play the game, often thinking about their economy, making decisions in the most efficient way possible. And that's part of the reason why they're so scary. But we're into a big buy round. We've got the AWP in the hands of Mixwell and full utility. And I feel like we almost never saw this on Inferno yesterday for Cloud9.
All right, Mixwell on the AWP and 4 rifles as well. So this is the kind of default setup on the 4x for Cloud9 on the CT side, but can they avoid losing a player early? First comes the challenge on Banana, Molotovs and smokes, but it's Liquid continuing to creep up, almost 3 players, and there are late grenades, which are going to cause issues for Cloud9. Stui's got a flash for support as he makes his way forward, so Banana has been taken. All of Cloud9 are still alive. Automatic, got to be really careful, and there's that early man loss, 1:25 on the clock, and it's a 5 versus 4 for Liquid.
And the problem as well is that's what Stewie does. He's always going to be entering towards that position, but now they see Elige there as well. So they know that there's been 2 different players in this position. Surely a big rotation should come in for Cloud9 as they see the committed play into the B bomb site. The spray! Oh my god, what the hell was that? Looks like there will be a trade. And this is a 3-on-3 here. This is absolutely on for Cloud9, but it will be a retake into that B bomb site as the bomb will be planted towards first oranges. And we've got Kusta who's holding on to construction. So that is a base of operations effectively for Cloud9 to be able to split the bomb site through the pool area as well as construction at the same time. And maybe some wallbang attempts could come in here. We've seen a lot of those recently. These players really know their angles.
TenZ deployed a smoke to cut off the Banana position, so they don't have to worry about it, but no one is there. There's one gone. There's a molly that they had as well. Stui's waiting by the pillar. That bomb is very, very far twicked. If Tits can just survive, then they should be good for this one. The frags will certainly help as well. A 2K from Mr. Stewie 2K towards the end makes it 5-1 for Team Liquid. Cloud9 are back into eco territory, $3,000 per person. TenZ hasn't killed anybody yet in this game, which is not a good sign. And it's just a rough day at the office on Inferno at the moment.
Yeah, and it's really difficult as well when you're trying to interpret what's happening on the CT side and you see Stewie running up and taking a 1v1 against you, because that can mean absolutely anything. Because Stewie is the guy for the team that will entry frag, and he'll also be the guy that takes Banana by himself very often and will harass it. He'll bully it away from you as best he can. He's very efficient at doing so. So him and getting that pick, it's a mind games thing. Will they go behind that, or is he just sort of providing, is he just part of the default right now? And Tens, there you go.
There he is.
He will put second
There he
with
was.
the Deagle, and he will pick up a kill. So the Deagle seems to be ever reliable for him, and that will get him on the board. But it is a 4v4, and they are ill-equipped.
Spots one falling back. Will that make them be lax checking the wall properly? Apparently not. Stewie with a big headshot for Daps. And there are only 3 more players to deal with. They know at least one of those players is towards the B bomb site, as he was spotted retreating earlier on from that log position. Nitro is by the bench in mid in case there is a push, and maybe he hears the rotation from Mixwell, so he can say that there's another player heading towards the B bomb site. That bomb needs to be collected, and it looks like Nitro might be the man to rotate it. Juicer starts to creep away. Mixwell creeps forward, but that smoke will soon be gone, and maybe Mixwell will be also. Moves into construction. Now, with that bomb still just now being collected, that will allow Cloud9 to maybe mount an effort to stop the bomb from being planted. Koos is running distraction. They may not expect Mixwell, but there's enough players to hold the angles, and the threat is very limited, and the bomb's been planted.
Oh, hello. There might be a second one as well. Almost another player walking into that. Nitro lucky to be alive, perhaps. Kusa is still lurking, though, so you never know. He's looking to commit fully here. He's not even going for the reload. 3 bullets in the chamber. Let's see if he will be able to land one of those. He will get a peek, surely. He's going to tap the bomb to force it. He's going to give me a kill. Looks like Nitro will take him down. So 6-1, and Team Liquid's consistency continues to be without question as we move into another buy round for Cloud9. Once again, featuring the AWP from Mixwell. And one of the issues so far is that Liquid have, as we highlighted going into this match, their utility usage and the drills that they have to efficiently take map control with the grenades is so strong. Like, they've been winning Banana just so consistently.
Flash over the top to help the push. And they've got the smokes ready for the Molotovs, and they force the CTs back immediately. Minute 35 on the clock, and we've got a third player making his way maybe towards B. Seems some doubt, automatics going back and forth, so looking for some sound cues or maybe some information. The guys on B got to keep the team updated, and it's very good position and awareness from Cloud9. They move back towards the A bomb site, and Team Liquid were expecting an over-rotation, but Cloud9, despite being 1-6, still have the presence of mind to not start to over-rotate. Being very, very careful. Again, that opening frag for Liquid is very, very consistent. Stewie goes back to the well, being a pain all over the place, and the B bomb site has been taken. I don't think there's anything for Daps to really do here. Makes his way through the smoke, but he's 1 versus 5 basically on the B bomb site, and that's not quite going to work out. Even if he got 2 frags there, I'd be very surprised, but here we are, 7-1 for Liquid.
Yeah, I kind of respect it, because it seems to be the case that, well, I guess, you know, rewinding a little bit, actually, if we go to how this round played out, the fact that Liquid can just instantly take Banana, I think they had top Banana at about like 136, 138, something around that. Like, that's so fast. It's supposed to be the case that the CTs can slow you down enough in your default that when you take Banana, you take top mid, it takes, I mean, you're then in that position where you have both areas at around like 1 minute, like to 50 seconds. And then you have to kind of make a choice, and then you're kind of committed into whatever that choice would be because of the time. And this, you know, you as CTs, you get more time to work out what's happening. But there you can see that there was almost desperation where Daps just rotates immediately towards A, leaving Mixwell in an off angle, and then Elise is just set up waiting for that. He's just waiting for someone to push to get information on top Banana. It seems too easy right now for Team Liquid to punish Cloud9 and force desperation upon them. So it's, I mean, Cloud9 need to play the basics a bit better here, and until they can do that, James, they're going to be stuck on 1 round.
Liquid are basically abusing all of their strengths, their organization, their longevity, and their individual skill, all together causing a lot of problems for Cloud9. Just hard to deal with that again when it's basically day 2 for your team.
Yeah.
Going to be a more polished unit, Team Liquid. Out comes the CZ, has a look, but he can't quite get enough bullets off on this occasion. And once again, a Banana's been taken. It is a half buy from Cloud9. A few pistols around what they saved, so it's going as it often should. Tens creeping. Nafly missing that one as the smoke dissipates, and maybe there is a chance now as it's a 3 versus 3. Hard to identify where the remainder of Cloud9 are. We've got Daps creeping around with a pistol. Automatic's been taken out in the meantime, and that has cleared the B bomb site. And big frag on Tens will certainly help, and maybe the biggest threats have gone. Daps on a 5-7 on the A bomb site. The B bomb site's been taken. The bomb can be collected T ramp. close enough for the one shot with the 5-7, and he picks up an AK-47. So now that bomb needs to quickly rotate. He's got a chance. Oh, he's not going to see the rotation. Stewie's on 8 HP, so this is a winnable round for Daps. He pretty much has to go for this, in my opinion, because they've lost too many rounds. Yeah,
I agree. The thing that is important here is the element of surprise and finding Nitro first, because the AWP is obviously the major problem. If you have a 1v1 post-plant against an AWP and you have a rifle, the AWP has a significant advantage in a post-plant scenario. And Stewie's on that AK, and he's also very weak. And I think he's going to find Stewie first here, so that's going to give the game away. He does take Stewie down, but now we get to see this 1v1 against the AWP. Daps needs to hit it, just a nutty shot to make this one work. And Nitro is very consistent and very smart when it comes to these positions. He's going to rotate around towards construction. Daps will keep the push going, keep the pace up, but the bomb is so far ticked at this point. There's really not that much time for Daps to make this happen. He might get the kill, but he will not. Oh, he will not even get the kill, so will Nitro survive? No, he won't. So, I mean, there is that, but the money's outrageous. Doesn't matter that not everyone dies there.
The free AWP would be nice, but ultimately, they can all fall by on Cloud9 and Liquid, so it doesn't really matter. 8-1 in favor of Liquid. There's still a chance for a very reasonable recovery for Cloud9, but again, not looking very likely. And we have the double AWP, but it's not Kusta. It is Daps on the AWP, so we'll see where he's choosing to go. Again, it's position-based, I assume. It's automatic and Daps towards the B bomb site, but then you do wonder why automatic isn't AWPing, but we'll see how it develops over time. Flashbang, he sees so many targets, Mixwell, not sure which one to look at, and Nitro gets the early frag, and there we go. The round's pretty much shut down already, unless Tens can do something absolutely disgusting.
This is not a good sign at all. Nitro, Elise, and Stewie all have just shown that they can get 2-3 kills on an entry without too much of an issue. Cloud9 will desperately try to fight back here, but it goes from bad to worse. Automatic will push, and he's forced to do so. And he's just nothing he can really do here. Daps as well. There's too many players. And that is very anticlimactic. You think maybe this could be the chance they got to fall by again, but Nitro just runs up and kills 2 people instantly. What do you do about that? And now we're looking and seeing dejected players. We're seeing a deflated Cloud9.
Yeah, but again, I don't expect that Inferno will be like this for Cloud9 over time.
Yeah.
I think it is what it is now. It's just a learning process, and once they have a chance and breathing space to actually kind of figure out what they want to do, some more time to do that, then I'm sure it will improve dramatically. But it's a great semi-final for Team Liquid. Inferno was always going to be an issue based on what we saw yesterday. There is a timeout which has come and gone for Cloud9. I guess Daps was doing the talking. And it's just research and writing down things to look at later. 8-round lead for Team Liquid, excuse me. Pistols for Cloud9 is to buy between the buys. Not much to offer here, really. Only the 1 smoke grenade, which is interesting. I feel like 5 smokes should be a given in this round for Cloud9, because one of the best things you can do on Inferno, on the CT side on Eco, is try to hold off the choke points and force Liquid into making a mistake. But they've only got 1 smoke grenade, so they've prioritized the pistols over the grenades themselves, and maybe it's going to work out for them. They've got a crossfire now, and there's a nice upgrade of an AK-47.
Tens with a nice angle there towards middle, and he might just catch one. It's a hard shot, and Twist was looking for that, so Twist will always have that advantage. Much easier peek for Twist there, and Mix will make his push, trying to get something going here, make something happen. But you can see Nav is looking for this as well on the other side, and now Mix has been spotted, but he gets the kill. That's the bomb as well, and Stewie's down now also. Kusta doing a good job there. Twist,
wow.
I don't even know how that works, but Twist is
that's the thing.
Pretty good at this game, and he understands it to a level maybe that I do not, of course. And now we get the bomb moving towards that B bomb site. So what looked to be a disastrous situation, they're going to move back into advantage with the bomb plant. But AWP and EK in action here for Cloud9. The only issue, James, is that they don't have the kits.
They do have 2 flashbangs, however. They're close enough that they have a chance to do this without the kit. Few angles to check, but once they get into the site, it's going to be all running and gunning and probably getting shot, because Liquid have angles which Cloud9 are yet to identify. And Elise is pretty close to a crossfire. There is a flash. Twist will eat it and not hide, but that just positions Elise for that crossfire. There's 1 taken out, and Automatic will give up and hold on to the AWP. So it is double figures for Team Liquid. Still at just 1 round for Cloud9. Again, long term, it's not really a big deal, but we would like to see them with a chance in the next half. and one round is not going to really hit the mark.
And one key detail about championship level teams that can step on a stage and win a championship in a week-long tournament, whatever it might be, is the fact that they grow with power from day one. You're going to see a version that doesn't look as good as the final day. And Team Liquid look a lot tighter today than we saw them in the previous day. And it's because of that, the idea of peaking your skill at the right time in a tournament. And this is, of course, this is it. This is the final day. And Team Liquid are looking great. Now we've got the full buy again here, featuring an AWP on Mixwell, as expected. Oh, that was a great opportunity for Stewie. Mixwell lucky to be alive. He was not ready for that.
No respect style from Stewie. You love to see it. Nobody gets respect for free, especially when Stewie's on a server. Automatic and Daps will enjoy the luxury of a CT-controlled banana for, I feel like, the first time. Smokes are down for the time being. Daps has a second one, which he will soon redeploy, it seems. And in the meantime, Liquid focus on A. But there's plenty of time for them to show presence elsewhere. Mixwell blind, but he takes a shot in a tight choke point. And he can sail away and allow Kusa to try and clean up. Doesn't overextend. Very nice up. He's got some help from his teammates, and he will just about escape for a second. But Automatic is waiting, but Stewie's got a disgusting flick to make it a 3-on-3.
That is pretty mad, isn't it? Stewie is on another level, and his game sense is out of this world. And the bomb has been down at T-Pit for a while, so they will collect that, and they've got the time to make the decision, but given what they've seen so far as to how they're going to try to finish this round, which bomb site they're going to try to end up on. And they will be moving up Banana, at least with the likes of Stewie, with that AWP. He's going to, that's a smoke for CT coming up. So it looks like he'll be trying to pull some rotation there with those nades. And there's a timing window where then is unknown what they're doing. But you know what? If you get the frag, they know everything that's happening. But the bomb site is now open, and they've got time to get the plant in. Mixwell needs to deliver something very, very special indeed here. This is a difficult position. They've managed to get into pit. They're on the side as well. They've got a Stewie lurking up towards middle. Everything to play against here. Daps is coming in to assist Mixwell. And there is a kit. It looks like they're just going to give this one up, James. And if you're down 1-10 and you're giving up rounds like this, that's definitely, it tells a story in of itself.
Yeah, they're just out of position. The round is played out already, and anything else would be suicide. They don't have anything to go through these smokes with on that arch position. There was a tag through the box onto Twist, but a tag wasn't enough. It's a really hard shot to land as players are just running past that angle. To land it clean at least. And it doesn't happen on that occasion. If you can get a position on arch and you can hold an angle where you know that T's haven't crossed to the pit position, that certainly helps on a retake, but this was just too rough, and that is really, really nice. Stewie pretty happy with that. 11-1 for Team Liquid. Still, Cloud9 could get 4 rounds on the board, and I think at this point, from what we've seen this weekend, in this vacuum of this weekend, they would be happy with that. It would give them something to fight with in the second half, but again, 1 is just not enough, and they haven't really been close to getting a second one. Mixwell waiting for a flash, be it from a T side or a CT side. 3 players towards Banana for Cloud9, trying to hold on to things once again. They were kind of giving it for free last time. This time, there's plenty of exchange.
Oh, 10's actually going to move through that smoke. When you throw that smoke, you don't expect that the CT will be pressing through it. So he might be able to get a surprising frag. You can see they're looking for him, and he can't make it work. That is very unfortunate there for Cloud9. They needed one of those kills, and it's a 3 versus 2 again. And you can see that Naf knows that this bomb site is pretty open unless there's somebody lurking around. He's going to at least create as much presence as possible. And this can, I mean, it's such a desperate situation for Cloud9. Again, they have to just guess here, and they're in a situation where just getting 1 more round is, I mean, that's all they can really expect. And so they're going to just gamble stack the A bomb site, because for all they know, those smokes could just be a fake. And the last thing you want to do is get caught out of position. Mixwell on the AWP as well, something you really want to save into the following round if you can. And taking some forward positions here is important, because if you want to save, you've got to buy yourself time. And to do that, you do actually have to fight a little bit.
Another situation where they're out of position. They don't have enough utility left. Enough tools to reasonably make a play. And Kusta maybe just learned a new angle, as Liquid make it to 12-1. again, it's not if you're a Cloud9 fan, it really isn't a big deal how this looks, because it is day 2 of the new roster. So long term, it doesn't matter. Short term, maybe there are 3 rounds, although, well, really, I think it's maybe there are 2 rounds, because there has been absolute dominance from Team Liquid, and it should be this way when you have a new team with 4 new players and 5 players in new roles.
And you're playing against the best team in the world.
Yeah, it should be this way. You should be dominated and exploited.
And especially on a map like Inferno, it's a map where all the timings are extremely tight, and you need your entire team to just be on the same page at all times. And it takes time. It does take time. Not as puggy of a map. So there's a quick flashbang for a peek from Mixwell, and the flick, I felt like it was going to land, but Stewie takes his head off with the Krieg, and this is just what Stewie does. He'll keep pressuring that position, forced forwards by the Flames, takes the duel, but will go down. But still, 4 versus 4 this early is very strong for the T's side, and they're going for more here. They know that there's still 2 players there. Challenges keep coming in, the utility keeps getting thrown, forcing Cloud9 to dump as much, basically everything on this position, investing absolutely everything, and even after all of that, they will lose automatic. The trade comes in, Daps is good for it, and he'll hold on to the B site for now.
Man like that starts to move back. He's got the pop flash ready for the barrels, but it's pretty easy to deal with. It will buy some time, however. And there's one for his teammate, and there's another frag. So there is a second round in this, potentially, but when someone like Twist has a minute to play with, there are no guarantees in Counter-Strike. They don't know where he is. He has the bomb in his hands, and 2 of the players for Cloud9 are on the other side of the map. So if he can rotate and find himself 10s, almost his doppelganger, then he could quite do something. Beautiful angles from Twist, and now the clutch is on.
It's so incredible that he just has such a good awareness of the most likely positions. And now he's going to be in a favorable 1 versus 2. He knows he has so much time. The smoke goes down, and he's going for the big plays. The rotation will come in here, and it's all about timings. Actually, that said, he looks like he will be staying static for now, maybe waiting for some sound cues, something to go off of. And again, this is a great spot to be able to deny the opportunity for the other team to play the trade frag game. It's a free one for Twist, and he's going to take it. And now it's just down to Kuster as he'll elevate himself. And there it is. The spot comes in from Twist, and he was so close, but Kuster will take it down. He doesn't have a kit. There, he's just picked one up, but does he have time? Oh, no. Absolute disaster. Even when they were able to take everyone down, they still can't pick up the round. It just adds insult to injury for Cloud9.
God damn. Never counts out a player like Twist. That is cruel and unusual punishment. You're 3 versus 1, just looking to double your score from 1 to 2. And Twist says no. He denies you, goes down on his sword, but he's done enough. He's got 16k anyway, so he's not too concerned. Now Tens is making Cloud9 money. I wonder if his hair will slowly kind of levitate to Twist level. Just get higher and higher.
Yeah.
He's on a scout for this round, the last round of the first half. Mixwell on the auto shotgun. Some issues for Cloud9 with their weaponry as well as the score. Mixwell creeping around the apartments. Nitro's going to have a look and take one straight in the face. There's an upgrade if he wants it. The kill bonus is irrelevant now. Automatic takes a leash out in the meantime, so surely now there is a round here for Cloud9.
It is looking good. Kusa with the defense there, tries to preemptively spray forwards some more, and Naf can't find anything, so it is 1 right on the outset, but that is absolutely not good enough. What a dominating half. Team Liquid really are the best team in the world, and Cloud9, how much can we expect?
We will find out if they can get anything else out of this game after the break.
This is when we're going to judge you, X7. Let's have a look and see how you got on in your aim challenge. You've got to beat 37 seconds set by Rez. Let's see how you get on. And we are away. Here we go. Straight away. Good start. Ooh, very good, man. Straight ahead. This is good. Not one bullet wasted. You got this, man. You got this. Definitely more rapid than the last, than the movie star, than Alex from Movie Star. There we go, quick. I think this is the part now as well, which is going to. Are we thinking so far good?
Yeah,
not bad.
really good.
You got this. You got this through the vent. This for me is the hardest part, 100%. The round robin. Oh, mate, it's quick. That's rapid. Concentration on his face as well. Sublime. There we go. There's a score. Mate, that's
nice.
Remarkably good. So I think you got a score X7 of 44.03.
Oh, and we're back. I see it. And we've got the coaches for both sides. Now, just waiting for that countdown to finish. 2 rounds for Cloud9, 13 for Team Liquid. It's business as usual for Team Liquid. You have chances to exploit, you exploit. Cloud9, again, very early days, but it is a long road to recovery. And it's possible. They did look like a threat, despite the score. I don't think the score tells the whole story in the previous map. I think it's pretty accurate for this one in the first half. But they were a threat, I feel, on that game of Mirage. Now, maybe they can be here on Inferno.
Yeah, it's so tough, isn't it? Just when you're playing against a team that's just so strong, they're in their element. They're looking like they're going to win the major, James. Like the form that they have right now, I don't think anyone else would disagree. If anyone was asked that question, who do you think would win the major? You'd think Team Liquid. Obviously, Astralis are kind of quietly bringing themselves back up into contention for that title, but for now it's all about Team Liquid, and whenever you're talking about the best team in the world, one of the things that's hardest to attain is consistency, and that is what they have. So then Cloud9, they're gonna have to find a way to break that, and they need this pistol. They need, of course, every single round. Let's see if they can get something going here. Tens will lead the charge towards Banana there, and Naf, Stewie, and Nitro will be there to meet him. As Naf hides behind the sandbags and they go for the crossfire. There you go. Tens and automatic opening it up, leaving it up to Nitro. One quick tap. And that's one player down. How many more can he get? Well, that will be it seems, as now it's just down to Elige and, well, just Twists.
There is no just when you say Twist, Dan. 1 versus 4, but he is absolutely capable. He just needs to get a quick 1 versus 1 and then quickly reposition. He's spotted by Automatic. Automatic need not re-peek. If he waits for Twist to go to the point of no return, to go too deep, he'll get shot in the back and the front from multiple people. He knows that. Look how fast he is. 1, 2, 3. I told you. Always trouble, Twist. He is always trouble. 4 plays. He takes 3 of them out. He is terrifying.
Oh my God. I couldn't even register what was happening there. That's insane. Oh my God.
The fact he gets away with that is nasty.
Oh, he almost had that. That's so insane. I would have absolutely lost it. That's a real mic drop moment. But I mean, at this point, they can just have a little bit of fun. Cloud9 obviously will be on top of things with that full buy. We get the full buy as well. The force buy, I should say, for Team Liquid. It is so strong on this map. Here come the Naser utility to quickly gain some space. The Mac-10 doing his job here from Daps. Will he get the second? Just about with the last bullet headshot. Nitro wanted to make an appearance, but the Molotov will deny him. He will be forced to fall back to a tighter choke point here, and he's looking to try to stop Cloud9 from pushing forwards. He may have to go in front of this smoke to defend this and get the information. And indeed, they are going to be sitting behind that smoke for the time being. And Twist is with Nitro, so Cloud9. It's hard to really put a foot wrong. If they attack all together, that's fine. If they split, that's fine. As long as they maintain some good coordination and trade setups, they're good to go.
Kusta and Daps have made their way towards the A-bomb sites, and there'll be a good framework for Cloud9 to eliminate the final players as Liquid walk to their doom, or do they? Okay, well, Twist is alive, but he's very far away. I don't think he'll be going for a clutch in this particular round. That AK will be nice to hold on to for the rounds to come. So it begins. The comeback begins for Cloud9. They are currently 10 rounds away, soon to be 9. By no means should you count them out. The CT side is over. That's where the nightmare is, and maybe the T side can be the dream.
Yeah, and I think you're right. You know, the AK-47 is actually a very scary prospect. If we consider the fact that the AUG has been nerfed as well, you know, it used to be the case that we even had, you know, it being the occasion that sometimes the CTs would actually favor having the AUGs over the AKs, but that one shot kill potential from those AKs can be very powerful on the CT side, and in the hands of someone like Twist, it could be a problem. We'll have to wait and find out. His teammates won't really be able to do much to support him in terms of what they're able to purchase this round, but again, Twist will be the man to follow for Team Liquid's. He is the wrench looking to find the works that is Cloud9. Get between the cogs and break the machine. And you've got Das on the Mag 10, so he can go find some information, he can be very dynamic, he can get fast positioning for his team, and that is so valuable in rounds like this, and this is what we're talking about. Oh my god, that is so awesome! Twist off the boost over the smoke. You love to see that from Team Liquid, and they get a quick 5 versus 4.
The way he threw that smoke was very, very deliberate to allow such a play to be had, so that's one to look up on the demo. See that on the YouTube later on, and Twist makes his way towards the B-bomb site. He's got a flash in his hand in case one is required for a peek, but nothing doing just yet. Twist with an AK, Twist with anything, Twist with a shoe, still dangerous. 4 versus 4, and that is the question. Where is Twist? Now, Cloud9 have the utility to deal with this, to kind of outposition these CTs, but just the sheer terror of Twist with a rifle may cause them to make a mistake. Automatic fishing just a little bit towards B, but not really committing to too much information. We have the grenade start to stream in towards the A-bomb site, but the bomb's heading into the stack. There's no good option here, really. Go into 3 players or you go into Twist. Both could end in disaster.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Kusa might actually get the wrap here. This could be so important. And actually, it'll be Tense to take him down. So there you go. The biggest problem has been eliminated, and the remainder of Team Liquid do not have helmets or Kevlar to speak of, or utility. So they are sitting ducks at this point. Nothing really that they can accomplish against the superiority of the Arsenal. However, it looks like Naf will find a nice angle against Automatic. So that's a gun to be saved.
Yeah.
Another AK, so perhaps that's a little bit
overzealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, chasing. I'm never a fan of chasing rifles. Sorry, chasing pistols with rifles, especially on your own, because if you lose that one duel, then they have a rifle. Risk reward. Abuse the advantages you have, i.e. the range. Obviously, if they're hiding in corners, is it a worthy risk? I mean, Twist was pretty dangerous at the beginning of this with that one rifle in the first place. Team Liquid with AKs. Not really ideal when they're on a CT side if you are the opponent, although what is ideal versus Team Liquid these days? Another round in the bag for Cloud9, but the challenge will only get more difficult as Liquid get more money and more weapons. I do wonder what Liquid's approach to Banana will be. They were so aggressive on the T side. I see no reason why they wouldn't do the same on the CT side.
Yeah, that's the thing. They have such a good command over their utility, and we talked about like how strict those timings can be in the coordination with your teammates. That takes practice and routine and drills. And you know, Cloud9, they're against Team Liquid, so that's already a really tough situation, and they're a really new team. We have to be realistic with that, but perhaps they'll show us some cool stuff here on Banana. We'll get a nice little opportunistic run boost there from Elige. Fast timing on the incendiary, and the HE will be delayed slightly to try to catch Cloud9 pushing up. And the utility damage exchange on Banana is often very, very scary. Quick flashbangs out here for Team Liquid as they try to take control. This is just what you're talking about, James, but the defense here is fantastic. Daps gets a lineup for a double, and they absolutely know the round is won at this point. They know the B-bomb side is completely open. They kill 3 players instantly. There's 0 time to react for the A players. There's no rotation possible here for Team Liquid.
Very good round, and now there's a higher argument to try and take these weapons away. Kusta lurking, and he'll make sure that there's no flank. He limits where the CTs can be hiding by having that position, cutting. Oh, well, actually, they could walk through apps because he is holding the deep corner. But anyway, that's a very nice start for Cloud9 in the first buy round. Every round is going to be nervous for any Cloud9 fans, especially with such a giant deficit. Nitro's taken out, leaving Twist alone as the sole rifle. You want to starve Liquid, give them nothing to work with. And that is the case at the moment. Cloud9, I think you can set shorter targets. Set a target of 10. They're about to move to 6, and when you get to 10, set a target of 13, and so on and so forth. Little bites of the cherry.
I like that little bait there, actually. Automatic shooting through the apartments, wall banging it whilst Kusa's actually there. And there you go, nice. Tense will actually find Twist in the cubby. around arch side, and that is beautiful. I even wondered if they would actually delay the plant to give themselves more time to actually hunt down the remainder of Team Liquid. Because at this point, as you said, you've got to take away everything. You can't allow them to have any single possible edge to work with, because they will abuse it, they'll exploit it, and Team Liquid's that deficit is starting to get a little bit more reasonable. And we see Mixwell picking up the AWP, and on the T side of Inferno, that should be left to pure AWP specialists, and that's exactly what Mixwell is. Although there's been times in his career where he has been a bit salty about that.
Yeah, so 7 rounds now for recovery for Cloud9. We have a technical pause from Team Liquid as a sound issue which needs to be resolved, so I won't say too much in case the headset comes off. But, okay, they're ready now. That was solved very quickly indeed. Twist is 22 for 9, we should mention. He is leading by some margin. We've got Stewie on 16 and Kusta on the other side, but Twist has been quite a performer. He was 16 for 4 earlier on when he was going for that clutch, I do believe. The 1 versus 3. 13 to 6 now. Even these rounds are really dangerous for Cloud9. Again, where they've got the smokes and they're going to try and force Cloud9 to make a mistake, they're more likely to do one because they're a new team. So they have a bigger margin in rounds such as this, Team Liquid. That's why every single round, really, every single one is very, very dangerous for Cloud9.
And there's a different approach here from Team Liquid, partially given that they have pistols. They're playing really passively, and a very standard setup at that as well. 2-3 setup, at least with the Deke, keeping tabs on. Ooh, that is awesome. Again, it is getting pretty... It's getting kind of scary how well some of the pros are understanding some of the wallbang angles on these maps. It's getting better and better, and you can see that Team Liquid do put the work in. And baiting out the utility is the name of the game here, to try to threaten as much as possible and really make sure that they make life easy for themselves when they're moving into a bomb site, when they eventually commit, and that will make things a little bit better. Mixwell gets the pick onto Elish, who was trying to get some information on top mid, and he got a little bit too much.
Yeah, but this is still dangerous anti-force by territory. They don't really know the status of either side of the map. There's a smoke, which they seem to be tempted to walk through, but they chose against it. High risk to do that, but does that smoke force them into something else? Maybe the B bomb site, that's what Nitro's hoping for. And he will leave Twist with a CZ. With Deagle, we've seen Twist get a 4K with a CZ on Cobblestone before. With a Deagle, who knows what he could do. Expecting the Molotov, he'll defuse it immediately. Still standing here. They know he's there. There's plenty of time for him to plant the bomb, and there's plenty of numbers as well, but he's still somehow alive. There's one kill looking for a second. But that's going to be that. You just never know with Twist.
You don't, do you? I was afraid. I was very afraid. Especially when you back someone in a corner like him, and he's got no choice but to try to frag all of you. Yeah, that's a scary prospect. But indeed, Cloud9, they continue to pick up rounds. This will be their 5th round in a row, and 4th round in a row won by bomb detonation, which is a small difference there. If you win by detonation, you do get an extra $250 for $3,500 as opposed to the $3,250 for elimination.
Technically speaking, Dan, this is their 6th round in a row because they won the last round of the last half. Hence, they are already on fire at top of the screen. And the flames continue. Cloud9 have reduced the deficit to 6. Do you start to get nervous if you are a Liquid fan? Yes, they are only 3 rounds away, but they haven't won a round yet in this half. They have not won a single round. There have been 4 detonations in a row.
I don't know if you start to get nervous if you're a Liquid fan, but I think you start to get excited because we have a game on our hands now. We're getting there. And Cloud9, they've had to do a lot of heavy lifting to get to this point, and we're seeing double ops. This is now where Team Liquid, they could send a statement and be like, okay, look, this is serious business now. There's no more messing around. We have our 4-buy. We've got 2 ops out. We're going to play initially a defensive opening. You can see that they didn't put 3 on Banana at the start of the round. They're not trying to hammer it with utility. What they're hoping is that Cloud9 will hammer it with utility, that they'll dump their utility, then Liquid can then retake it a little bit later, and that's a better exchange overall for them.
Naf is the undercover brother when it comes to the AWP. He's holding down the B-bomb site with Stewie as the rotation man at the moment. And Stewie makes his way back to the B-bomb site after looking for something early towards A. So a traditional setup in that respect. Stewie has a flash, so he could try to delay things with a flash over the roof if necessary, but no one is there for Cloud9 at the moment on Banana. They're focused on the A bomb site. The bomb starts to, actually I was going to say starts to creep up, but Automatic dropped it to Daps. Now, if there was a push down Banana and Daps was late top mid, then that could be an issue, but it doesn't look likely at the moment, especially with angles being held. Liquid have vastly changed their formats, and with 45 seconds on the clock, a late push from Cloud9 and a new team might be a handicap for them.
That's a really good point, actually. Playing those really drawn-out rounds is for the teams that are very drilled and have great communication and leadership. And Cloud9, well, they will start to speed things up. They have Arch available to them, and Kusta will take that. But the angle is favorable for Nitro. He was looking for it just as Kusta turned away. And the wrap is continuing, and Naf defends against Automatic. So they're really cutting this push up completely. And they're sitting happily on the bomb side here, waiting for them to come in. The time is up, the essence. There's only 12 seconds left to get this round. One hit for Cloud9. Can they find a way? Well, they've got the frags to do it. And the bomb will go down in the nick of time. But it's a 3 versus 2 afterplant. They have to hold on against Naf and Stewie.
Beautiful stuff so far from Cloud9. Liquid have tried to make things as difficult as possible in every process for Cloud9, and they keep passing the tests in this half. The flashbang, the push forward from Stewie, trying to get something cheeky done. It's chain flashes, and Mixwell's blind and he's dead. 2 versus 2, the bomb is ticking, and it's now fly left. He's got a nice eagle shot. He has a kid as well. We've got Daps, he gets tagged, he's still alive, and he'll clutch it for his squad. Another clutch from Daps. Oh, some teabagging as well, that's disgusting. 5-round lead now for Liquid. They still haven't won a round in this half.
Oh my god, what a clench moment right there at the end. I almost expected the frag to go the way of Team Liquid. Oh man, these 3 kills in quick succession. I have no idea how they found that, but they needed it so very desperately. It was looking all but done for them, and they've managed to win another round. That is incredible against Team Liquid, no less. 6 rounds in a row on this half now. Yet to drop a T round, but when will it happen? We get another save for Team Liquid, a half by the utility, a mag 7. We get the push in the apartments here for Elige, and Tens is there on the other side of things. And as far as what Elige can hear, he understands they're running their default. There's going to be 2 players pushing this position. He's going to get a 1v1 surely against Tens. Oh, the spamming around the corner, that's beautiful, and that is how you deal with someone lurking with a shotgun.
He is such a young player. How does he know all these things?
Yeah,
how does he know all these things already?
He's dotting the I's.
It's ridiculous. Cloud9 passed such a huge test in that previous run. I thought they were running to their doom.
Yeah. Liquid
playing so tight on the site. For them to be able to overcome that situation on day 2 of new Cloud9 is ridiculous.
And they were splitting A, and they lost the 2 players on our side. And it was the 3v5 at that. No, 3v5 at that point, I think, or 4.
I don't know.
1 or 2. Either way, it was a horrible situation.
A quick note as well. I feel like there's so many angles that Kusta has been on the receiving end of on both sides.
Yeah.
Sneaky angles by Team Liquid. There's lots of interesting things for him to look at in the demo. Really sneaky angles that he has been a victim of, but still, they've won every single round so far. Now, playing the clock down versus Eco is scary. It's hard to watch, and it can be brutal, but they have made the right play. Look at this. Daps has been left. Showing presence with an AK-47 is very significant, and it will excite Team Liquid, but they are being teased because the rest of Cloud9 has made their way towards A. How are they playing this strong? In 2 days. In 2 days.
Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty impressive. Daps, though, he's got to win this challenge. It's so important to do so. And the quick trade will come out, but the bomb will go down on the A site. But there will be a recovery of that AK-47. Team Liquid will do everything they can to keep it into the hands of Twist. And Twist has armor and a helmet as well, actually, so that's cool. But yeah, it is really impressive. And if I turned around to you and presented this situation to you, James, and said, okay, you know, Cloud9, they got 2 rounds in their first half. And do you think, like, is there a world where they can win that game? I don't think you're ever going to say yes.
People are going to say straight no. Not even as a chance. They're just going to say no.
It's like 0% possibility, that, you know. But they're making a good go of it at this point, and they're really denying momentum from Team Liquid. And I'm really curious to see what will be the difference maker here.
Another thing, with the way these T rounds have gone and their rotation decisions and so on, I think it shows good communication for Cloud9 as well.
Yeah.
And that's one of the most important factors for any team, is to have good communication, as any in-game leader will attest to. And the gap was closed to 4.
That's insane. That's insane, isn't it?
And now Cloud9 are falling over money just as Liquid were. They're winning their rounds in a different style to how you saw Liquid doing it in the first half, but they are arguably more successful as Liquid have got a big fat 0 in this half. But they do have an AK on Twist. They've got a headshot machine on a headshot machine.
And again, a change of approach here as we see Nitro picking up the AWP. They don't opt to get the double AWPs in there. And of course, we got Twist on that AK that was saved. But a change here also from Cloud9. Off of the back of the default, putting more presence, more pressure onto this balcony position. And they're looking for the pick here with the AWP. They haven't gone for this move just yet, but that tag will give a lot of information. And you can see that there's nothing that they can do. The tag and the fact that they're boxed in by the Molotov, they can't go back. They're stuck in a corner, and Twist absolutely punishes that. And that is a 4 versus 5 now for Cloud9 to deal with. And they haven't really gained much. They do have top banana and they have top mid, so there is that.
It was a smart play from Cloud9. They scoped in early in apartment, so they're not going to walk up to the door and then scope in and reveal their position. They do it early for the surprise, but the timing of the Molotov was great. The BM block of the teammate. Now it's another tough test for Cloud9. They are 4 versus 5. They haven't had that advantage that they've had in the previous rounds. They do have the denial of information. They've made the right choice in so many rounds in the plays that they've made. 2 of the 3 plays for Liquid on this bomb site. Automatic's making his way towards top mid. 25 seconds. They're playing it slow. Ten's starting to catch up to his teammates, but there is a short Automatic score on 3 versus 5, but it's 3 versus 2 on this B bomb site. It's getting worse now. No answer to any of these frags. And Liquid may be about to get their first round. Indeed, they are in this half. 14-9. Finally, they break the curse.
And I have to say, if that first half wasn't so ridiculous from Team Liquid and this wasn't so intense because any one round for Team Liquid changes things dramatically, I love the play that they made, Cloud9, trying to push the apartments like that with the AWP. You just don't expect that. You just don't. They represent the default. They take top banana. They're taking middle in apartments. You just don't expect the AWP play to be there. So I think that was a really good shout, but it just didn't go well for them, unfortunately for them. And here we go, another default, 2 players trying to take control of banana. We've got Mixwell there still on that AWP.
Cloud9 will have a good buy on this round and the next one, more or less, no matter what happens. Liquid start with 3 towards B and then move to 3 towards A. Standard stuff. Stewie goes for a cheeky peek. He looked for information. He got it, but not in the way he wanted. There is the early 5 versus 4. It was so key for Liquid in the first half, and it's key for Cloud9 in the second.
And it goes to show as well, you have to mix up the positions you have the AWP early round as the T side. And you can get those peaks for info, where as a rifle, it's very hard to punish that peak from Stewie, but if you have an AWP posted up there, you're going to get the kill. And so Cloud9 it didn't work out for them last round, but it certainly does in this one. And they need to break the money. They must win this round. They have to break the money. They've got to steal away momentum again. And they're looking to get everything in on this B-bomb site. And there is only one man there. It's Naf. It's just Naf with the Krieg. How much can he do here, James?
Gap in the smoke. Automatic taken out by Nitro again in the same position. But there's only one player for Liquid and he's on construction. The fact that Naf's probably not going to go down anytime soon invites the rotation from his teammates. If Naf was on the side and he got taken out, maybe they save because they're out of position. But this, I mean, who knows how this works? Maybe they get to match point, or maybe they end up getting everything taken away. Nafline gets 1 kill and his teammates are close to the site now. There's no smoke up in this position. Ooh. Naf gets taken out. 3 versus 3. Alicia's got 2 HP. Can they really go for this? They can't retreat because there's no smoke there. Smoke's on banana only. Mixwell going through the smoke. There's one. Somehow he escaped to 2 HP. There's a transfer for Mixwell though. And now it's 1 versus 2. Nitro is too close to go away. He sees Kusta, but where's the trade fragger? Right there. There's Daps. And there is the trade frag from Kusta. So important, so nervous, so tense. But it is double figures for Cloud9.
That is amazing. I love that Mixwell switches to the AK-47. He hits Elige down to 2 HP. And then also obviously taking out Naf. He did so much work here. That was the perfect play from Mixwell. He's been fairly quiet in the series so far. It's so good to see that they've set him up there for success towards that B-bomb site. And he takes every frag that he has to and needs to for them to win the round. And as you said, Team Liquid, they're on a full buy again. They spent absolutely everything. They've got a decent amount of utility. There's 1 kit, there's an AWP, but it's not perfect. The FAMAS on Stewie, for example. But it is more than enough for them to do a lot of damage with. So Cloud9, they've got to keep trying to find success here. And we'll have Mixwell once again towards the banana position as we get more of an emphasis there from Cloud9. But we've got a 4-man stack on A early. So this is this is an early timing gamble from Team Liquid, and eventually, if enough time passes, they will start pulling players back towards B to help Stewie out.
I wonder if they'll make an aggressive play, these 4 Liquid players on the A bomb site, if they'll have a look in the mid position or something along those lines, or if they'll just be patient. Stewie has been entrusted with the B bomb site so many times in the colors of Cloud9 and now in the colors of Team Liquid. And there is that aggressive play. Nafly having a look top mid and he gets taken out. Ten's looking for a response. Nothing doing just yet. Now, what do they read Cloud9 based on that play? Why would Liquid do that? What does that mean? Does that mean there are more plays than usual towards the A bomb site? Perhaps they're reading that because they're starting to make inroads towards B, Cloud9. They've dropped a CT smoke already. It's not quite a response just yet. Stewie's waiting for a flash.
And that 4-man stack there, that's designed to punish the default. That's what it's supposed to do. It's not supposed to go like this. You're not supposed to get a player picked off. Ooh. And now it gets even worse because TenZ is on fire. Beautiful headshot. And Team Liquid are locked out of the bomb site. It's a desperate spray through the smoke to pick up a kill, but the flank from Automatic is deadly. And there's not really anything left here, surely, for Team Liquid to accomplish. Automatic locks it down towards CT. And then once again, Twist is left alive. And I was so afraid, James, for Cloud9, because again, that 4-man stack there, that punishes a team that goes for a default. They take top banana. They were given top banana by Stewie. He's there alone, playing passively on the site. And you as a T side, you look at that and you're like, cool, we got that position. Now we go take top mid, maybe with 3 players, and then you run into a 4-man stack. But here, Cloud9, they deal with everything. I don't know how they're doing this, honestly. I don't know how they're dealing with all these situations so well. If you look at Mirage, there's lots of spots where they fell apart. Here, they're looking incredible on this T side. I don't understand.
There's been a number of rounds where Nitro's had an off angle towards Arch and he's cut off Automatic rotating, but because of that frag, Nitro had to rotate towards the B bomb site, try and post up with the AWP, and that allowed Automatic to go through for free, where he has been challenged in the past. And while we had the action on the B bomb site, he decimated everybody trying to rotate as well. So that may keep Nitro posted around that library position in the buy rounds to come. From 2-13 to 11-14, this is absurd from Cloud9. Absolutely absurd so far. An eco round, the buy between the buys, when your loss bonus is so high, and Nafly will be exploded. Dental records if they're lucky for him. 4 pistols remain, 2 Deagles and 2 CZs. There's a flash, so maybe there's a funky play to be had from Liquid, although they are split up, 2 on either side of the map. Elysian Stewie towards B. And again, we said that these rounds should be more challenging for a team like Cloud9, but they've been managing them pretty damn well. There's 1, there's 2. And now it's a 5 versus 2, and you can see the support rousing for Cloud9.
Absolutely. It's kind of crazy because I had to remind myself at the top left of the screen that Dust 2 is the 3rd map, because in my brain, when I saw the 3rd map, I just discarded that information. I feel like in this universe, there's no possibility that Cloud9 should be able to beat Team Liquid in the best of 3. But what they're showing us right now is an incredible focus and resilience, despite being an incredible underdog. And Automatic will eventually go down here. And that's actually a gun to be stolen away. I'm not sure if that will be punished. And that is important. 1 rifle in the hands of Team Liquid. We've seen how deadly it can be. And here is another example. Stewie with the taps there. And here is a punish. Mixwell takes the AK out of the hands of Stewie. And that is very important. You cannot be afraid to take those fights. And that is 12-14. They're 2 rounds away from equalizing with Team Liquid on map 2. I just don't understand how this is possible. But this is what's happening. And Cloud9, this, like, we speculated with this lineup change, and it's giving us all sorts of good data, James. It's so much promise for them.
Yeah, it has given the brand so much life again. Tactical timeout from Team Liquid for the time being. Nitro has picked up the AWP. What can Liquid change when your success has been 1 round in this entire half? What do you change to make a difference? Elysia's 8 for 19, by the way. Can we just mention that?
That is, yeah.
Elysia's 8 for 19.
That is crazy.
Naf is 10 for 16. Those 2 boys, I mean, we've spoken so much about Elysia recently, but yes, he has gone missing. Get the milk cartons out and your crayons, because we need to find Elysia on Inferno. A big buy from both sides. Mixwell continues with the AWP on the T side of Inferno. And let's see what Liquid can do. Just the fact that there was a tactical timeout may make Cloud9 change their pace, looking to expect something funky. Three players start towards the B bomb site for Team Liquid, and that flies down to 23 HP already, and he's gone towards sandbags, and here comes the Molotov. He could be in a lot of trouble.
Just gets out of there just in time there. If that had been a little bit more shallow, that molly, he would have been dead in that. HE sails in as well to try to finish him off, but this has actually been really good for Cloud9 insofar as for not that much utility, they've gained control of Banana, and you can see that Liquid did actually want to fight for that, but the combination of Naf getting tagged and them just not finding a good entry and Mixwell being so deep, they just aborted that plan. So that's fantastic for Cloud9. They've managed to assert themselves on the map and deny something that Liquid are trying to do. And now Liquid have moved into a more standard, vanilla 2-3 setup here, and the question is, will Cloud9 go to a default? Will they try to threaten top mid? You kind of have to.
Nitro is indeed back in that library position with the AWP. It's been so important there, even though they've lost all the rounds. He's been so important at least to take out Automatic when he's tried to rotate and wrap towards that B area. But now the focus seems to be on A. Can he be as important, as effective, or maybe even more so, and offer support on the other side, that diagonal support? If he's not smoked off, maybe he'll have to make a play through it. Preemptive flashbang just to ruin some timing, and the grenade starts to stream in, but it's Twist to get the opening frag. And we've got Nafly now to run distraction off of his teammate and try and get something done. And we've got Nitro moving closer to the site. Nafly taken out in the meantime though. Smoke up, but look at the time. 14 seconds to plant this bomb. Right in front of Nitro, goes through the smoke where there's no cover. That's got to be a fatal mistake. Match point Liquid.
Oh no, and the cracks start to show finally, and I think that's one of those things where you do chalk it up to the fact that Cloud9 are trying to run this set piece, and they obviously don't have a huge amount of experience doing that as a team. I mean, this wallbang from Mixwell is fantastic, but as you say, James, you brought it up earlier, playing those slow rounds is very dangerous when you're relying on a set piece, and Team Liquid have had hundreds of rounds as a team defending positions like that.
Yeah, they had no cover on that side of the site. It's hard with that such little time to plant the bomb anyway, especially if there's a CT on the site. It's an easy spray for double stack. You can't plant it there. Now, 3 chances to stop this from going to a third map for Team Liquid at the very least. And here comes the aggression. They're supremely confident already. 3 players remain around B for the time being, although Liege looks to back off, and it seems like Cloud9 will take most of the control towards Banana. Do Cloud9 start to get nervous now? They were fighting without that match point looming above their heads for so long in this half, and now it's reared its ugly head. Will that force them to make more mistakes?
And they did so much right in the previous round. They took all the information away from Team Liquid. Liquid had no idea if it was going to be B or A, so they were forced to play passively. At that point, you have everything you want on the T side, but you just have to have that good execution into the bomb site. And Twist got an early pick just before they came in as well, which was another problem. But either way, this could be it. We've got Cloud9. They've taken top Banana once again, much like the previous round. Now they're kind of starting to pressure top mid. The default is continuing. And Liquid are going for plays here. They've stacked 3 towards the arch side. That is pretty interesting.
That's just made some footsteps on Banana. Sometimes rather than throwing a grenade or shooting randomly, just making a footstep, either one footstep to make it sound like an accident or a few to make it sound like you're setting up for something. Just try and make the CTs nervous, maybe send more people towards B, and you can see him on the radar doing it again, and now they're deploying the grenades of 2 people, but that's a lot of information for Nitro. Why is there a person top mid? The bomb's making its way towards short. In the meantime, Samson made a frag towards B. Going through the smoke, he's going to catch a Liege off guard. This could still happen, but there's 10 seconds. That's a huge frag. No one left on the A bomb site. It is not over yet.
Oh my god, that's unbelievable. Brilliant damage, but Stewie's still alive in this round in the 1 versus 2. He absolutely is going to go for this one. It's a 1 versus 2. You could win the map. Your money is absolutely ruined if you lose this round. That brings Cloud9 to 13. Stewie has to take this chance, and he's going to do just that. Trying to get some information, trying to bait out a shot, trying to create space as he pushes past the smoke. Just jumping up on top of Graveyard. He's found a 1 versus 1, but Kusta won't give it to him. He just won't give it to him, wasting so much time. Stewie has to try to find a frag here, and Kusta played that to perfection, as did Mixwell in not peeking. Beautiful team play, and Cloud9 have created an awful situation for Team Liquid. Their money is not amazing. They can afford to go for a full buy, but I don't know that we'll see an AWP.
Do you go for a half buy now and a full buy next round?
Ooh, looks like it.
Yes, they have enough to go for that half buy, and again, these rounds are still dangerous. Nothing can be taken for granted, as evidenced by the 2-13 score at half time. The CT sides have been a nightmare for Cloud9 on Inferno all tournament, but they've brought a nightmare to Team Liquid. but the dream is still far away. Overtime, it's the best they can ask for in a short term. Maybe the breather if they can make it there. Well, who knows who that will favor. Close quarters pistols, CZs and Deagles to be dealt with, and Twist on the FAMAS. Cloud9 anti half-wide territory. They've dealt with these close range crossfires well before, but doesn't mean they'll do it again.
Jockey for some position. A peek found by Automatic that will be converted, and that is going to give so much relief here. 50 seconds to go. Cloud9 still looking to try to find a way into a bomb site. We got a slight rotation from Team Liquid. 2 players on B. Tens with another frag, but that is not good. Stewie's picked up one of his own here. He can't find another weapon. He tries to go for it, but Das will punish. So he tried to drop the smoke. He tried to use that as cover to get the gun, to get position on B, to try to keep this out of the hands of Cloud9, but he will not be successful. But still, Nitro is close, and the time is now proving an issue. This could be very, very bad if Nitro is able to find a way to cause some problems. They're setting up. Where's the trade? Nitro trying to fall back here. The reload. He has no idea. Das punishes the reload. Nitro had absolutely no idea. 15 seconds to get the bomb down, and there's no one to stop this. But Twist is in a 1 versus 2, James, and he has plenty of time to get into that site.
That was so close to disaster. 1 centimeter to the left on that car peak, and maybe it is all over for Cloud9.
Oh, do you think there's a flank?
Looking for one just in case. Still doable. Twist, 1 versus 2. He's got the skill to do this even without a kit. Daps has an off angle. The smoke will give the game away. Now, not pursuing too fast, and I think he may be running out of time unless there is a kit in the area. I don't think this is doable anymore, so even if he spots Daps and tries to make it expensive, it does matter actually. Cloud9 don't have all the money in the world. There's 1 frag for Twist to get some stat padding. But Cloud9 are 1 round away from overtime. 2-13 to 13-15. You do not see this kind of comeback every day.
Yeah, you absolutely don't. And with these 2 teams on the server, if you're going to look at a possibility for a comeback like that, you'd never suspect that it'll be these 2 teams head-to-head to create that situation. And not only that, we're in a situation too now where will Cloud9 crack? Will they get this far and then just fail at the final hurdle? We'll have to see now, because the round will be starting and we'll see Cloud9 with that full buy, as will Liquid. They've got the double orbs to play with, Nitro and Stewie on those. And once again, a pretty tentative start as far as Banana is concerned. Neither team is throwing too much utility. They're both playing a slower round. And Stewie, he has revealed the AWP presence at top Banana and going for the quick wallbang attempt as well. And it's not a good start here for Cloud9, James. They did not want an opening like that.
Previously, we saw Naf with the AWP towards B, and Stewie is the rotation man. But again, it's that extra gear. Stewie takes control. I'm taking the AWP. I'm holding down the B bomb site. Peek me, I'm going to wreck you. And he does that. That 5 versus 4 advantage in that 1 round, well, they've won 2 rounds now, Liquid, but that first round was so important, and it really could just stop the party for Cloud9. There's still a gap, and there's a chance that Daps is going to get taken out. This could be disastrous. 1 versus 1. They're isolated the Flames. This is disastrous for Cloud9. Surely not like this. Mixwell 1 versus 5. It's not going to happen. Pipped at the post. There will be no overtime. 2-0